Do spirits truly exist around us? Do they come to deliver messages on special occasions? Christmas 1997 answered these questions for me in a way I will never forget. This event was both unforgettable and unbelievable. My ex-husband and I spent the night of Christmas 1997 with my Maw. I was bigger than a house, pregnant at the time, snacking on leftover Christmas dinner. We were all sitting in the dark, watching a movie. I felt perfectly fine, and my baby was actively moving around. I moved closer to my Maw so she could feel the baby move. I stayed beside her for the rest of the movie. There was a Christmas tree in the room, placed in front of the window. The tree was decorated with ornaments from my mom, aunt, and uncle's childhoods, as well as some that my pawpaw loved. Though the ornaments were aged, the Christmas lights made them sparkle beautifully. Suddenly I felt something unusual. I thought it might be related to my pregnancy. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something strange. There was a large golden ornament on the tree, one that belonged to my pawpaw, that was spinning rapidly. It looked as if someone had wound it up and let it go. What was astonishing was that all the other ornaments were still, and there was no movement in the tree or anything nearby. I tapped my Maw on the shoulder and pointed toward the tree. She looked startled for a moment, but then a calm peace washed over her face. She said out loud, "Alvin, I love you too. Merry Christmas." At that very moment, her touch lamp turned on, blinked twice, and then turned off again. At the same time, I felt a faint laugh echo near my ear and noticed a shadow moving across the corner of the room. My heart raced, caught between fear and amazement. But Maw's calm expression reassured me that it wasn't something with ill intentions. 2 months later, my Maw passed away. Since then, I've always believed that my pawpaw came that night to let her know he was waiting for her so they could move on to heaven together. Have you ever experienced such a mysterious event? Have you ever felt like someone was trying to send you a message from the other side? Do you believe our loved ones can connect with us even after they've passed on? We'd love to hear your stories and thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to check out our other videos, where even more mysterious and fascinating tales await you. Have you ever spent time in a place where everything is quiet and dark, yet you still feel like you're not alone? Have you ever heard sounds that no one else seems to hear? Or seen a shadow pass at the corner of your vision, but when you turned around, nothing was there? Today, I'm going to tell you my story. This is the story of a mysterious place where I work, a place that, at first glance, seems like an ordinary factory, but over time, it has become a puzzle for me. I've been working at a private food manufacturing company for the past 5 years. The place looks quite old, and most of the facilities haven't been repaired in years. If you visit the company for the first time, it will give you the feeling of an eerie building because of the unfinished constructions, rusted metal structures, and the white paint that's turning brown, creating a strange atmosphere. This morning, on October 10th, 2024, I arrived at work around 5:30 a.m. This time was ideal for me to avoid traffic and get some extra rest. I was alone, and since I don't mind staying in the dark and being by myself, I didn't turn on any lights, so I could sleep again quickly. The only light I could see was the red glow from the corner of the digital clock. Around 5:45, one of my colleagues arrived. He sat down, waiting for his 6 a.m. shift, while I was still in a sleepy state. I was in a half-awake condition when I heard 3 loud claps. I was a bit startled and confused, quickly lifting my head. Thoughts raced through my mind. Is this real? Could I have imagined it? But when I asked my colleague, "Did you hear that?" he looked at me strangely and said, "What did you hear? Are you joking?" Hearing this, I felt a slight sense of fear, because I realized that my colleague hadn't heard the 3 claps. I went back to sleep. I wasn't afraid. I thought maybe the ghost of a child from our workplace was playing a prank on me. I had encountered this child's ghost before, when I felt like it was peeking at me from the edge of a wardrobe while I was working. But today's incident felt a little different. As I lay back down, I suddenly felt as though someone had passed right next to me. The feeling was so clear that I immediately opened my eyes, but I saw nothing in the dark. Then I heard a faint, eerie laugh like that of a child. I quickly jumped up and turned on the light, but there was no one there. Note: I have no knowledge of any child dying in this place or any history related to such events before this industrial area was built. However, these incidents keep happening repeatedly, and now I've decided to investigate further. What do you think? Is this truly a mysterious force, or is it just my imagination? Have you ever experienced anything like this? Please share your thoughts. And if you found this story interesting, don't forget to check out other mysterious stories on my channel. In the next video, I'll tell you about another place where people claim to have seen unknown shadows and heard strange sounds. Are you ready?